say it, are these leaders in the opposition suddenly trying to deflect away from the faux pas, or should I even give it credence of calling it a faux pas, for the way Rahul Gandhi has run down the constitution itself? Omar Abdullah just 2 days ago said that the best democratic exercise of elections took place in Jammu and Kashmir. And today, these leaders stand exposed because they don't know whether to support or to condemn what Rahul Gandhi has said. Rahul Gandhi today, as leader of opposition, is part of the state. Isn't it absurd that he's waging a war against himself included?
I think all of you are being very unfair on Rahul Gandhi. Very. He is intellectually innocent, so discount that fact. Number one. Number
and what
two,
do you mean by that statement for the uninitiated?
So the uninitiated, basically it means when your IQ is struggling to make sense, that is, rather than say you're foolish, you be more polite and say you're innocent. Number one. Number two, anarchism. And one thing I want to say before anything else, and I don't want anyone to interrupt because I was very quiet. I do not doubt Rahul Gandhi's patriotism. I will never say he's not a patriot. I will never say that. But I doubt his intellect. I doubt his capacity to think. I doubt his capacity to be logical. And I certainly am worried that he's leader of the opposition in our country, and more importantly, the leader of the Congress party. The Congress doesn't need more people to bring it down. It's happening per force in a very natural, organic manner. But he will hasten its decline. Now let's get to the argument. If there is any substance to what Rahul Gandhi has said, by this evening, all Congress-run states and their chief ministers should resign because they have no faith in the Indian state. The Indian state comprises institutions. They have no faith in the Supreme Court of India. They have no faith in the Election Commission of India. They should resign. You cannot be someone who is a performing doctor where the operation is successful and the patient is dead. Let me say this today, and I've said this to you before, Navika, on your program. Rahul Gandhi is towing a dangerous line, not only domestically, but internationally. This is the stuff that gets picked up internationally, where people then who have an agenda which is anti-India say, oh, but the leader of India's opposition doesn't trust the Indian state. Well, if he doesn't trust the Indian state, he should resign. He should give up his bungalow, he should give up his perks, and he should get the hell out and go back to Vietnam or Thailand or whichever East Asian country he likes. The reality is, this is a pernicious way of defining the fact that you cannot fight Narendra Modi or the BJP electorally, so you will create dents, create doubts, and create a pernicious agenda setting qua the Indian state. Number three, and this is an important point, Rahul Gandhi has repeatedly moved his hatred for Modi towards his hatred for India and everything that is Indian. This cannot go unpunished. Let me tell you what is going to happen. There will be cases now that will be lodged against Rahul Gandhi across the country where people will use the powers, as Gaurav was mentioning, of treason. To put a case of treason against him would again be unfair and inappropriate because, as I said, when your IQ levels do not expect a certain amount of intelligence to show up, you then use the spirit of pardon.
I don't buy that argument, Suhel Seth.
I'll tell you why.
No, I don't buy that argument. The law of the country is defined. The law in the country is stated. So intellectual innocence does not buy you. Not knowing the law, not understanding the law does not buy you any protection from the law. So stop making this as if, the guy, needs to get some sympathy from us.
They will create victimhood for themselves. You all don't understand. They will create a sense of victimization. Please remember what that gentleman from that political party, Mr. Pasha, said is very right. We are a democracy. But to continuously insult the institutions is what my worry is. I have no issue with Rahul Gandhi taking cudgels against Mohan Bhagwat or against the BJP or the RSS as an organization. My worry is that by continuously denigrating the institutions, he is making those institutions feeble, toothless, and absolutely dishonourable in the eyes of the general population. That needs to be stopped. What also needs to be stopped is that the average Indian belies his faith in those
Respond,
institutions.
please.